Welcome back, everyone. It's Math Coach Mary McCloskey again. Today is our last lesson of the Summer Learning for All video series. I've had a great time putting these videos together for you. I hope you've enjoyed participating. This week's picture is from my trip to Germany. I'm actually standing on a bridge that's called Mary's Bridge, which is pretty fun. If you're interested in learning more about the places I visited, feel free to email me. Now let's get started. A recipe calls for 6 cups of water and 2 scoops of lemonade powder. What do you notice? What do you wonder? Go ahead and take some think time. So something you might have noticed is that if you wanted to use only 1 scoop of lemonade powder, you would need 3 cups of water based on the recipe. You might have wondered how much lemonade powder is needed for other amounts of water. So let's take a look at some follow-up questions. Juan is going to make a lot of lemonade using that same recipe. So what are some amounts of water and lemonade powder he could use to make more lemonade that tastes the same? Go ahead and hit pause and hit play when you're ready to hear the answer. So some possible things you might have thought of is that 9 cups of water would need 3 scoops of powder. 12 cups of water would need 4 scoops of powder. And 24 cups of water would need 8 scoops of powder. Constance makes a recipe with 15 cups of water and 6 scoops of lemonade powder. Will her recipe taste the same as Juan's? Go ahead and hit pause and hit play when you're ready to hear the answer. It is not going to taste the same. Because if we take what we know of the 6 cups of water and the 2 scoops of lemonade, then 15 cups of water would need 5 scoops of powder, not 6. Make a rule that tells how many cups of water would be needed for a given number of scoops of lemonade powder for Juan's recipe. Go ahead and hit pause and hit play when you're ready to hear the answer. A rule is that for every cup of lemonade powder, you will need 3 cups of water. So you notice that fit for what just happened here, that if I know that I've got 15 cups of water, then 3 times 5 gives me that 15 cups of water. So then 1 times 5 would be that 5 scoops of powder. Let's take a look at our mathematical mindset minute for this week. Math is about learning, not performing. Many students think that their role in math class is not to learn, but to get questions right, to perform. But math is all about learning, and it is a growth subject. It takes time to learn, and it is all about effort. So if you remember what we talked about in these mathematical mindset minutes over the course of these 5 videos, you'll have all the tools you need to be successful in your math class this year. Remember that everyone can learn math to the highest levels. Mistakes are valuable. Math is about creativity and making sense. Questions are really important. In this week's focus on learning, not performing. Now let's take a look at this week's lesson. Today we're going to consider how much different amounts of pizza slices cost. The other day I went to get some pizza, and the pizza stand I stopped at had 4 slices of pizza for $5. I began to wonder how much other amounts of pizza cost because I really wasn't in the mood for 4 slices. So what if I only wanted 2 slices of pizza? How much would that cost? Pause the video and hit play when you are ready to hear the answer. So when I thought about this, I actually thought about it as a tape diagram. So I'm going to make a picture here to help me out. So I know that I've got 4 slices of pizza. So I'm going to draw those in. And then I also know the cost. So for those 4 slices, those cost $5. So if I only wanted to know about 2 slices, I noticed that 2 slices is half of 4 slices. So if I want to figure out how much 2 slices cost, I see that I could take those 4 slices and I could divide it by 2. And if I know 4 slices is $5 and I cut that in half, then $5, half of that, is $2.50. So for 2 slices of pizza, I know it's going to cost me $2.50. Now, you might have also thought about it as just looking at the table and knowing that 4 divided by 2 makes 2. So then I would also have to divide by 2 that $5. So if I'm cutting the number of slices in half, then I also need to take the cost and cut that in half. Those were a couple different ways to think about that one. Now, what if I decided that I actually wanted to order 3 slices of pizza? How much would that cost? Pause the video and hit play when you're ready to hear the answer. I'm going to keep using my tape diagram to help me out with this. So I already know that 2 slices cost $2.50, so I just need to add on 1 more slice, and that would get me to 3 slices. So how much does 1 slice cost? So I'm going to use my picture here to help me out. So I know that 2 slices cost $2.50, so I'm going to divide that by 2, and that's going to tell me that 1 slice costs $1.25. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. So I can see that to find 3 slices, I can take my $2.50 and then add on another $1.25. So for 3 slices, that's going to cost me $3.75. I'm going to fill in those things into the table. So again, what I did is I took my 2 slices. Let me try that again. So I took my 2 slices, I divided it by 2 because I wanted to figure out what 1 slice would cost. And then I took those 2 amounts, the $2.50, and I added on $1.25 to get $3.75. Now you might have also thought about it as, well, if 1 slice is $1.25 and I need 3 slices, I could multiply those 3 together. So $1.25 times 3 would also give me $3.75. So I could have taken that amount and multiplied by 3. So what if I decided that I wanted to buy some pizza for my friends? So I'm going to actually buy 10 slices of pizza. How much would that cost? So I'm wondering if there's anything in my table that can help me find that. Pause the video and hit play when you're ready to hear the answer. So one way I thought about it was I already know 4 slices of pizza and 1 slice of pizza. So if I add those 2 together, that's going to give me 5 slices of pizza. So if I add those 2 costs together, so if 4 slices cost $5 and 1 slice costs $1.25, that would mean that 5 slices would cost $6.25. I added up these 2, and I added up these 2. So then if I already know what 5 slices is, then I could double that to get 10. I'll multiply that by 2. So if I take my $6.25, I could multiply that by 2. So then that would give me $12.50. So 10 slices would cost $12.50. You might have also used your tape diagram. You might have thought, oh, I'm going to add on 1 more slice of pizza, and that would give me 5 slices. And then that one you could have doubled to get to 10, or you could have kept going on your tape diagram till you got all the way to 10. So there's a lot of different ways to think about that. Now, after I did that, I noticed that 1 slice was $1.25 and 10 slices was $12.50. So those looked pretty similar. So then I thought about, what if I had multiplied 1 by 10? So then I would take my $1.25 and multiply that by 10. What I notice is that the 1 shifted to the 10's place, the 2 shifted to the 1's place, and the 5 shifted to the 10's place. So they all moved over 1 place value to the left. So that's interesting. So when I multiply by 10, the digits move 1 place value to the left. So that could work there. That's interesting. So now, what if I have $10? I want to know, how much pizza could I get for $10? And what in the table could help you find that answer? Pause the video and hit play when you're ready to hear the answer. So I noticed that in the table I see $5. So I could double $5 and that would get me to 10. So that would mean I would double the 4 slices and that would give me 8 slices of pizza. So if I double those amounts, take the 5, multiply it by 2, that got me to 10, then that would mean I'd be able to double my number of slices. And I could get 8 slices of pizza for $10. You might have also noticed that $12.50 is $2.50 more than the $10 that we have. So if I know that 2 slices is $2.50 and 10 slices is $12.50, you could have also thought about taking the 10 slices, subtracting off the 2 to get the 8, because $12.50 minus $2.50 makes $10. So we came up with a lot of different combinations there. So we were actually doing a lot of work with ratios and proportions today. So we used what we knew about the 4 slices of pizza to find equivalent ratios of that amount. Each of the equivalent ratios are proportional. The table we used is called a ratio table. It helps us to find these different proportional amounts of slices of pizza and cost. So there's a lot of other different things we could have found in that table too. We also did some ratios and proportions with our opening activity when we looked at the lemonade. So we're now going to use what we learned about ratios and proportions for this week's assignment. So let's take a look. This week, you're going to figure out which sale on dog food is the better buy. Taking a look at this picture, Daryl's dog sale tells us that you could get 12 cans of dog food for $15. But Katie's Canines is also having a sale today where you could get 20 cans of dog food for $23. So first I want you to figure out which sale on dog food is the better buy. You're going to explain your reasoning and show your work. Remember to think about what we were doing with ratios and proportions earlier today. Then you're going to send your conclusions to the following email, johnsonma@kalamazoopublicschools.net. You can send them using a Google Doc, Word doc, or take a picture. Remember that you can come back to this video as many times as you need. Thanks again for participating. Come back to the Summer Learning for All website to rewatch this video or see any of the past videos. I hope you've had fun. I really enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.